Hi everyone, today we're going to be going over one of ChargeOver's most essential objects called products. Products are the items that you are selling to your customers. Without products, you would not be able to create invoices, subscriptions, or quotes to bill your customers with, which is why products are arguably the first thing that you should be creating in your ChargeOver account. I'm going to walk you through how to create a new product, introduce you to a few important elements of a product, and then I'm going to walk you through how to do a bulk pricing update on a specific product. So starting from the dashboard, we're going to go to the Products tab in the left-hand navigation, and then we're going to click New Product. From here, we can fill out the name and the description if we want to of the product. I'm not going to fill out the description, but if you want to, you can. And then one of the fields I wanted to point out here is the number of cycles to skip, number of free trial cycles. What this allows you to do is give your customers a free trial on a product. So I could put a 1 here if I wanted to give my customers a free billing period on my intermediate cooking classes. I won't be doing that today, but it is an option if you wanted to use it. Next, I'm going to click More Options here. And this kind of opens up a bunch of other features that were hidden before. One of these being the payment cycle of the product. So this is where you can set your default payment cycle. For me, I'm going to select monthly. And then I'm going to pay attention to this field as well, which is called the default number of times to recur. What this allows you to do is automatically stop a subscription from charging a product after a certain period of time. So since these cooking classes are going for 1 year or 12 months, since I set my payment cycle to monthly, I'm going to put the number 12 here. So after 12 billing cycles, the product will cease to charge on the subscription. Next, I'm going to go down to my pricing. I just want to do a flat rate of $350 a month. So there's that. And then my product's all set to go. I can save my changes and then I'll have my new product that'll be created. Another thing I did want to point out is the service dates and revenue recognition tab up here. This is not required to put on any of your products, but if you wanted to, you definitely have the options to do so. We do have examples that will show you kind of what things look like, what the service dates will look like. And then we also have revenue recognition methods that you can choose from here. These will also give you examples of how these work and kind of what the pricing is going to look like month to month, or however your billing period is going to be set to. So just something to think about. You can now start adding this product to quote subscriptions or invoices moving forward here. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my products list, and I'm going to show you guys how to bulk update some pricing on a product. So I'm going to go to the Connecting with Your Adventurous Side annual plan product. I'm going to click the name, and then I'm going to be brought to the overview page. One thing I will do before I start is, because I know I'm going to be editing the description of the product, I'm just going to copy this so I have it. And then I'm going to click Bulk Subscription Update, which is over here on the right-hand side. This is the first page you're going to be brought to. It's just asking you what subscriptions you want to change, and then if you have brands, it'll kind of show you all the brands that you want to change as well. I'm going to continue, and then it'll bring you to this page where you can have the choice to change the description of the product or change the pricing. I'm going to be doing both, so I'm going to select both. I'm going to paste in my description right now, and then I'm going to add skydiving lessons as another option. And then I want to change the pricing. I'm going to add an extra $300 because I added this new skydiving lesson add-on here. Once I'm all good here, I'm going to click continue. It's going to bring you to a page that's going to show you which subscriptions are going to be changing. So just a heads up on this, if you wanted to increase the pricing of one of your products at the same rate for all the subscriptions that the product is on, this is when this is very helpful. It saves you a lot of manual work. But if you wanted to have a specific percentage based pricing that would be unique to each individual subscription, that's where I'd recommend using the scheduled price updates feature instead. And we do have documentation on that. It can also be found in your features tab in your settings. Another thing that I want to note before I move this forward is this tool only affects the pricing on subscriptions. So the product or plan itself is going to remain unchanged, but any subscriptions using the product or plan will be affected, which is why we give you this list here. And then all non-canceled subscriptions are going to be updated. So if I had any subscriptions in here that had a status of suspended, the pricing on those subscriptions would also be updated as well. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention, which is why if I click apply changes, is why we get to this screen, is that mass updating the pricing on subscriptions for a certain product cannot be undone. So that is why we give you this page, just to make sure that you're sure you want to do this. That way nothing is done on accident, and it kind of helps you really think about whether or not you want to do a bulk pricing or subscription update or not. So what this page is showing you here is how many subscriptions that the product's going to be updated on, what product it's for, and then what I'm changing. So it's going to be showing what the description is changing to and also what the pricing is changing to. So once I'm all good with that, then I'm going to type out the name of my product, which is up here. You can also copy and paste this product name if you want. Just since I have a longer product name, I am going to be doing the copy and pasting here. This all looks good to me. I'm going to click I understand and apply changes. And depending on how many subscriptions you have, this could take a little bit longer than the 1 second that it did when I did this bulk subscription update. So say like you have hundreds of subscriptions, then it might take a little bit longer. Just make sure you don't X out of that page, just wait for it to update and then bring you back to the main product page. So as you can see, my product did not take in the new changes. It actually stayed the same, which is what I wanted. But if I go to any of the subscriptions that had that product before, the pricing and description will have changed. So just a heads up on that. Okay, I think that's it. Today we went over how to create a new product, and we learned about some of the different elements you can use to customize your products, like trial and skip, duration, and then revenue recognition and service dates. We also went over how to bulk update your pricing on a specific product and apply those changes to your subscriptions. As usual, if you have any questions for us, reach out to our support team at support@chargeover.com, and we would be happy to help out. Thanks for watching.